What is, how everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy. We're here talking about this NFL showdown slate. Dallas at the Las Vegas Raiders. Before we get into always like them for me, definitely subscribe to help the attorneys y'all know. And yeah, we have the Cowboys at the Raiders. The Cowboys are 3.5 point favorites, 50 and a half over and under. And this slate so far for NFL has been full of injuries. It has been the injury show. I mean, this is wild to me how many injuries are popping up on this slate. Sean Tucker, 13 for 91 and two touchdowns. Shavers, 4 for 90 and a TD. It's insane. Um, yeah, the Drake London over 100 yards already. Yeah, this slate though it's wild. But we have the cap off of the Monday night showdown slate for Dallas at the Las Vegas Raiders. And yeah, so let's start it off with the Dallas Cowboys. So talking about my hometown team, Dallas Cowboys, I'm going to try not to be biased. I'm never biased, but because you know how I feel about the Cowboys, I mean this is a gross Monday night slate, but they should win. So at Dak Prescott at 10-4, he should be able to um, have the will to pass all over this Raiders defense. I'm kind of leaning towards the passing game over the rushing game, personally. I'm much of the stack Dak with a couple weapons rather than go to Javonte Williams, personally. Speaking of Javonte Williams, though, I mean, he had a dud game against the Arizona Cardinals in a loss. We know he's very touchdown dependent as well, though, but he can also pop off some yards here and there, the 135, the 116. But if he's getting you 13 for 41 and two TDs, those touchdowns got you there. The yardage certainly wouldn't. So it's a scary fade for Javonte Williams, but I'm leaning towards Dak in the passing game. Jaden Blue is not really getting run whatsoever. The production that he's getting is it's slim to none. I mean, it's kind of hit or miss for what he's getting. So I'm not really going to Blue. I'm not really going to Lukey, Malik Davis. I'm not really going to either. I'm not banking on that 1 yard or one run that he's going to get. Receivers, though, they have two alpha receivers in CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. We know this. I'm taking the discount of George Pickens every day of the week compared to CeeDee Lamb. But yes, the upside is certainly there for CeeDee Lamb. Touchdowns haven't really been there for him this season. Kind of been injury prone as well. But George Pickens has looked great. He's looked great. They're both playing about the same amount of snaps, slightly, I mean, a couple less than CeeDee Lamb is to George Pickens. And then it gets kind of interesting with Turpin, Flournoy, and Jalen Tolbert. Tolbert's virtually out of this rotation. I'm liking Turpin just because you get the double dip of the special teams kind of aspect of him, along with the trick plays and the wildcat plays that he's going to get. So I don't mind going to Devontae Turpin for a value at 3,000. I mean, now he's priced over Tolbert, which is starting to show because Tolbert, like I said, is not getting those snaps. And the 4-9 at 4.6 as a dart throw. It's just not getting the receptions. I mean, yeah, he had a big game against Carolina and the New York Jets, but 21 and 36 and 21 and then 6. But I mean, if he's getting you that touchdown, he's banking on that touchdown. So Flournoy is simply a dart though, but I would kind of rather just go to the value on the Las Vegas Raiders than Aubrey's certainly a play, of course. Oh, I forgot the tight ends. Jake Ferguson and Schumacher. I'm not really getting into Jake Ferguson at 7-4, coming off of two done games. The bounce back is certainly there, but I don't think it's going to happen against the Raiders. And I'm not really getting to Schumacher either. 1.6, it's slightly overpriced for what his role is as well. Um, I mean, playing, yeah, 13 to 60 to 9 and then spreading forward, yeah. So let's go to the Las Vegas Raiders. So Geno Smith, we know the story about Geno Smith. We know how this goes. So if he's gonna get you the five, I mean that's gross. 16 for 26 with a one interception and no rushing, obviously. Um, like 143 yards. Oof. But then we had the Jacksonville Jaguars game where he got to 27, which we know the upside's certainly there. We know he's going to be passing because they're going to be down. But this is also the Cowboys defense where he should be able to have what he or should be able to do what he wants against this defense. So I do want some shares of Geno Smith. I do. And the Ashton Denty, this is a home game. I mean, going to high school in Texas, I mean, he's ready to go, I think. So I'm not just basing that. I'm not just basing wanting to play him off of that, of course, but the run defense isn't there either. So I'm going to get to a lot of this Raiders team just because the defense is awful with this Cowboys. And the price tag for Denty, yeah, it's high, and he should be down. But again, I kind of rather just go to the passing game of Geno Smith because they should be down. Um, I think Geno Smith with a couple of receivers would look great on this slate just because the price tags, they're all cheap. So I do like Geno Smith. Genty, I wanted to talk about, I'm going to get some shares of him. And then Mostert and Lobby, I'm not really getting Mostert's not seeing snaps whatsoever, really. Yeah, it's mainly the Genty show. So I do want a piece of Genty along with Geno Smith. And looking at the receivers, Trey Tucker, 6'6", is a little cheap in my opinion. Tyler Lockett, he's healthy and ready to go at 3-4. He had a great connection with Geno Smith before getting injured. I might go right back to him at 3-4 at the discount price tag compared to Trey Tucker. And then Thornton, 2000, only saw a couple targets, but he's playing a decent amount of snaps as well. Yeah, 62%, and then Tyler Lockett 57, and then you have Beck and Bachman, which those two guys I'm not really getting to Beck or Bachman at $1,800. I'm not really getting to them. The interesting part is the tight ends, the Bowers and the Michael Mayers. I think they're both overpriced. I'd rather go to the receivers, personally. That's the route I'm kind of looking at. Um, and so if we're talking about just overall what to do on this slate, um, if you try to go to George Pickens as the captain, you're gonna want Dak. I want a piece of Geno, I do, and I want a piece of Lockett. I don't like 3-4. So that leaves you 6-9 left over. I don't know if we can get that. You're gonna be playing a dust ball like a Tolbert or a Thornton Jr., which I wouldn't mind a Thornton Jr. You could also go up to, yeah, I mean, you could also pay out for Jinty instead. So that leaves you a little bit of room. But that breaks down the safe houses, though. Thank you for tuning in. It was a great safe house today, everybody. Have a good one.